guys, Sean Terry here. Flip2freedom.com. How you doing? Hope you are doing well as everybody piles on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. It's a little cold here in Phoenix right now. All right, so questions. We got some Q&A. We got some questions, text message, blast, direct mail. We can talk about that. I'm going to talk about my top lead sources. Answer this question right here, getting leads. What you can do to get leads like ASAP coming in your business 24/7. And good leads. So I got a bunch of other questions too that I will go through and answer. And then if any of you on here have a question and you want to get on with me, just send a request. And I'll pull you on so we can have a conversation, so I can answer your question. So, top marketing. So I'll give you my top marketing strategies, what's working right now. I'm going to answer this question right here on the leads, getting leads, and I'm going to talk about my top 3 leads that I'd be doing absolutely right now, what you're working on right now, and that we could do that. So someone asked the official, he asked, how much do you one-on-one coaching? I don't do one-on-one coaching, but then I do everything through masterminds. So we have syndicate9.com, syndicate9.com. You go syndicate, the number 9.com. If you go there, you can learn all about our masterminds that we have. We meet every quarter in our masterminds, and depending on where your skill level is, you'll fit in. If you're doing a ton of deals, you'll be in the 7-figure syndicate. If you're doing a couple deals, you'll be in our deals syndicate, where you learn exactly how to do deals. If you want to scale and start hiring people, be in our 6-figure syndicate. What's up? All right, so let's get into first off right here. So getting leads. So getting leads, there are essentially our top 3 lead sources. Number 1 lead source is Google AdWords. So Google AdWords is a great source to get leads 24/7. So you have a website set up. It's a high converting website. You can use something like OnCarrot.com to set up your website, and you can set up a campaign through Google and also through Bing. And what it will do is it will drive traffic to that website, and people will fill out a form or they'll call you, and that will essentially what it will do is it will pull leads all across the country. Who runs my PPC? Well, I've used a lot of different services to run our PPC. I have not found one that I like, so I actually run the entire campaigns myself. I've been running campaigns since no one was running campaigns, basically back in early 2010, 2009, I started running campaigns when no one even heard of Google AdWords. So the bottom line is Google AdWords is a great way to be able to get your ad in front of motivated sellers. It's a great way. And you can do that in virtual markets. You can do it in your local market, and it works incredibly well. And I've been doing that for years. I've been doing it for a long time, for years. The next best lead source that we love is postcards, and they're called Street View postcards, and we send them to a variety of different lists. Now, the top lists that are working incredible right now is the tax delinquent list from reiautomator.com. Tax delinquent list from reiautomator.com. That coupled with the Street View postcard is amazing. That is a phenomenal list. And you can pull that list. Now, REI Automator, you can actually do layers and say, I want tax delinquent that are vacant, and that is awesome if you turn around and do that. So you can basically say you got tax delinquent Two, with using a Street View postcard. Then next, what you can do is take that same Street View postcard. You can send it to vacant properties with high equity. And also, too, you can send it to properties that are pre-foreclosure properties. Those are our top 3 lists. So when we're going, let's say, into a market, we're going to lead in with the easiest, cheapest, fastest marketing. We need help with a warranty deed. If you need help with a warranty deed, you need to talk to a title company, a closing agent, or attorney in Pro REI in your market. That they will do. That's what their job is, to handle all the title and the paperwork, and that's who I'd have handle that. So the bottom line is if I'm going to go into a market, I'm going to lead in with pay-per-click advertising. I'm also going to lead in with ringless voicemail. Ringless voicemail is one of the fastest, easiest ways to get a bunch of phone numbers and then drop a customized voicemail to those sellers and get leads in that specific market. So ringless voicemail, it's cheap, it's effective, it's fast. You can deploy it literally today, and you can get leads in today from ringless voicemail. So that's how we can kind of go in and test a market cheap without having to pull a list and send postcards. We can open up a PPC campaign there, and then we can turn around and we can drop ringless voicemail, and we will get leads coming in. So between that, so we've got right now, we've got pay-per-click advertising, we've got sending postcards, right? Cheap postcards, and also ringless voicemail. Those are phenomenal ways to get, especially in these small little markets across the entire country. Thank you so much. These small little markets where, we're looking at markets, and we're in markets right now where there's over 100,000 population, and there's at least 250 cash transactions a year in that entire city. Like we've got small little cities we're pulling deals out of that literally nobody's in. I had a question also too about iBuyers, right? And people, what do I do with iBuyers? I got these Redfin and Opendoor and OfferPad and all these companies. I have to compete with them. Well, if you're in these small little cities that are outside these major markets, you can get deals. Now, best marketing in Phoenix. Best marketing in Phoenix that I know people are crushing in Phoenix right now are because everybody's getting inundated in Phoenix, but is bandit signs. I know guys going out there, they're putting out 20 to 50 bandit signs a day, and that's all they do a day. That's it. They're getting calls coming in, motivated sellers. They're getting deals done, and they're crushing. So now it's a lot of work. You can hire a team to basically do that, but you can do that too. So a team works great, and you can have a team go out there. They can put out bandit signs, 20 to 50 a day, all over the place, and then you can get calls coming in. And those are highly, highly motivated sellers that are from bandit signs. So let me see if I can pull one of you guys in from a request. So Pro REI just sent you a request to get on. Hey!
Hey,
what's up,
Sean, how you doing, man?
I'm rocking and rolling, man. How are you?
Awesome. Thanks for taking my request. I do appreciate it.
Where the heck you at, man? Where you at? You at the grocery store?
I'm actually at my juice bar.
Oh, your juice bar.
In LA Fitness.
LA Fitness.
Yeah, I own the juice bar here, but I just got into wholesale a couple months ago.
Awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I have a piece of land that I'm thinking the deal's gonna fall because here in my county, the guy who bought it, he bought it as a tax delinquent property.
Okay.
But apparently he has to own it for 4 years until he can sell the title free and clear.
Gotcha.
So he just texted me a second ago and said, "Hey, I was gonna buy for $5,000. He said, "Hey, just give me $4,500 since we can't do it. Give me $4,500 and I'll give you the warranty deed to it."
Gotcha.
And I've been looking online trying to figure out what a warranty deed is. And I called my title company. She didn't answer, so I left her a voicemail. And I'm trying to figure out how I can still make this work because I have a buyer at $6,500 already.
Okay, so you got a couple bucks there you can make on it.
Right.
So what I would do is, why don't you get it under contract, right? For, what'd you say, $4,500 bucks? Get
Yeah,
it under
I have the
contract
contract
for
already. I have the
4,500
contract
bucks.
signed.
Yeah, so get it under physical contract for 4,500 bucks. Now you control it, right? And then what you can do is take it to the title company, and they'll do a title report, and they will find out all the information to see if that's true, right? If you really can't transfer it after 4 years, and then you can ask them and say, could someone step in, pay $4,500, and take that spot over? And then sell it once that four years comes up. So,
Okay.
See, I've had people tell me all the time, oh, we can't do anything on this because there's a tax lien, or there's some sort of child support lien, or there's a transfer issue tax. And then, so what we do is we always get it under contract first, then take it to the title company. Then we find out that, guess what? There's no issue at all. You can transfer it. You can sell the property. There is no lien if the lien can be easily solved, or it's a nominal amount. And if it blows up, then you just cancel the transaction and tell the guy to sell it in 4 years.
Okay.
But at least you know for hard fact that the title company and the title report states that you can't sell the property because of the way the taxes work in that county. So.
Okay.
I've heard all sorts of stuff that you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. And as soon as I get under contract and go to title, guess what? Things change and I get the deal done. So that'd be the first thing I do to be able to do that. And then I would, and then that guy wants it for $5,000 or $6,000.
The seller's selling it for 45 and I can get 65 for it.
Yeah, that's good. So you get a couple grand there. That's perfect. And then once you get it under contract and you have the ability to have free clear title, and the guy can transfer it to title, then you can sell this guy your contract. He'll cut you a check for $2,000. So you'll sign it. Yep, set it for $2,000, and then you're done. Then let them close on it, and you're out of the deal.
Cool deal. Cool deal. Hey, thanks so much, man. Once again, thanks for taking my request.
No problem, bro.
You the GOAT, Sean. You the GOAT. God bless you,
Cool,
man.
man. I'm gonna have to come out to your town and get some juice.
Yeah, come out to Naples, Florida.
Naples. I used to live in Naples, Florida.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah, right on. What's that main road right on the oceans right there? There's
Estero Parkway.
Yeah, I think so. It was right there. Really nice area, beautiful. I'm talking in the 96, 94, 95. It was a long time ago.
You should see it now. It's grown exponentially. My goodness. So it's so much things going on here right now.
Really?
Here in the Southwest area. Yeah, really good stuff.
That's awesome, bro. Exciting. Well, cool, man. Well, appreciate it.
All right. Thanks so much, Sean. You take care.
All right. Later, bro. So this one's another question. What list do you pull out of the REI Automator? I think I told you that one. That one is the tax delinquent list. Tax delinquent list. Make sure there's an equity percentage in there. So how can I get a seller lead with $200 to $300 a month budget? What list to hit? $200 to $300 a month budget. What would you do? A $200 to $300 a month budget. Number one, I would get a list from like REI Automator. I'd skip trace the list, and then I would spend the time calling and texting that list. That would be the cheapest, most effective way to basically get deals coming in. Let's see if I can pull someone else in. Waiting on Pisani One. Pisana One.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Pretty good. Hey, how do I automate my business? What I've been doing, I've been wholesaling for about 2 years by myself.
Sweet.
What's a good way to automate it? What I do is I just make cold calls.
You just make
I
cold
want to
calls?
step it up to the next level. I've been making money. I'm pretty consistent, but it's working my ass off.
Yeah.
Doing
What market are you in?
I'm in San Antonio, Texas.
Cool. Great market, dude. Great market. Okay.
Yeah.
Great question. First off, you got to know you can automate through software, right? Or you can automate through people, or you can automate through both. So we automate through both. And what we do essentially is, have you ever read the book Traction?
No.
Okay, first off, I highly recommend buying and reading the book Traction. If they have it on Audible. But what Traction is is probably the best business book that I've ever read when it comes to how to structure a business, essentially to answer and scale a business. So you can scale it by adding people, right? So for right now, I'm in my office right here, but I've got a team I got a bunch of sales guys in here. I got lead managers answering the phone. I got marketing person sending out marketing. I got leads coming in, deals getting signed, deals getting sold and closed. I don't even sign contracts. I don't sign closing documents, and I don't even see properties. Pictures are coming in, deals are coming in, and it's all being done through people, a team of people. So what happens is you have to have an organizational chart first, and the organizational chart is all the people you need on your team. And for wholesaling, you need a lead manager that can manage all the leads. You have to have a disposition person that can sell all the properties. You need an acquisition team that can be able to bring in deals. Then you need maybe a marketing person, and then someone that manages all the books. Right now, I got someone that manages our books, and he's like a virtual CFO that manages all the stuff. But the first starts with that person. So your first hire is a lead manager. You can pay them about $15 an hour per se, maybe give them $50 a deal closed. And they're going to answer all the calls for you. They're going to put everything in your Podio, whatever database you use. And that's going to take a huge burden off your shoulders when it comes to answering the phone and keeping stuff organized. They can pull comps for you while you're on the road. So that's your first hire. Your second hire is going to be a guy that's going to do dispositions, because it's a lot easier to do dispositions and acquisitions to sell the properties versus getting acquisitions. And you probably know, you've been doing it 2 years, you're making money, so you don't want to turn over acquisitions, because that's all the revenue coming into your business right now, right? So so you get lead manager, you get a disposition person. So now you have someone on your team that's managing the entire transaction. They're talking to all the buyers. They're selling all the properties at the highest price possible. And each position, you want to give yourself at least 60 to 90 days to train them. It usually takes someone 90 days to really get a clip of what's going on. But then after that, they typically take off. So you spend 90 days with a lead manager, make sure she's trained. Then 90 days later, you hire disposition, spend 90 days with them. Then you bring on acquisitions. And then this whole business, I can tell you right now, your income to get to 2 million, 3 million, 5 million a year doing this business, it's all based around acquisitions and dispositions, right?
Okay, but I got to have the leads coming in. So all I'm doing right now is I have to have the leads coming in. So all I'm doing right now is I'm pulling lists and making cold calls. Do you recommend hiring a virtual assistant, or should I hire somebody in-house?
I think you got to broaden your base. Like, I mean, we get leads. We get about 100 leads, probably a week, probably 150, 200 leads a week just from pay-per-click advertising. Direct mail, we get another 50 to 60 leads a week from direct mail. Ringless voicemail, we get another probably a couple hundred leads a week from ringless voicemail. So the thing is that you have to broaden, have pay-per-click advertising, have direct mail, have ringless voicemail, then have a cold calling person. I don't like virtual assistants. On the last call, if you saw, the guy had 6 or 7 virtual assistants that are calling. All their motivation is just to send you leads. They don't care about if they're motivated. They just want to send you leads. They don't care what the thing is. You know, I'd rather much have someone in the office like a sales guy. Like our sales guys, they take an hour a day and they cold call, right? So I'd rather have a sales guy spend 2 hours a day cold calling, and the rest of the time he's on acquisitions, right? You'll get a lot better success, a lot better results, and you don't have to pay extra for it. So as you stack acquisitions, guess what? They're all going to be cold calling. If you have 5 acquisitions, they all cold call for an hour a day. Now you've got 5 hours a day cold calling. You're going to start generating some pretty deep discount deals. But you got to add pay-per-click advertising. You got to add direct mail. You got to add ringless voicemail. You know, and then if you got those 4 marketing channels, you'll never have a problem with leads. Leads will not be your issue, because you're going to have leads coming in like crazy for each one of those. And now your income is like, typically when people, it's like this because of inconsistency in marketing. You have to have
Yeah.
direct mail going out every single week. You have to have pay-per-click advertising running 7 days a week. You know, ringless voicemail, we drop 10,000 units a day on the ringless voicemail 6 days a week. So it's just consistency, and that consistency
Yeah,
is what's going to create your lead flow coming in, and it's going to allow you to do more deals. But the thing is, right now, you can't even handle the amount of leads because it's just you, right? You know?
Yeah, I have a couple of partners that work with us, but we need to like step up our game.
Yeah. So with your partners, I would define what their roles and responsibilities are. Like who's going to be the lead manager, who's going to be the disposition guy, who's going to be the acquisition person. So you guys can run in your roles and be the best you can be in your roles. So
Gotcha.
that works really. I mean, it's like, you know, because all my team, they know exactly what their role, responsibility, and what they report on every single week.
Mm-hmm.
So now we can create accountability, and they can know if they're doing a good job or if they're not, they're doing a bad job, right? So, so each position has those roles, and they get you know the KPIs that they're going to report on, and then we track them every single week. So once you have a team of people, then they have to have tracking. Everyone tracks on their KPIs. After that, you have meetings, and we have a Monday morning meeting. It's a 90-minute meeting, and we run our whole entire business by a 90-minute Monday morning meeting. The whole team gets together. We all talk about the KPIs. Sales team gets together, and then we can tweak it based upon the data. You know what I mean? It just makes everything operate at efficiency versus, you know, kind of figuring out, hey, what do we got closing this week? Hey, did we get a deal? Nobody knows, right? It's like, are we making money this week?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, that's the way I was before. I had 2 or 3 guys working with me, and I'd walk in on Monday. I had no idea what was going on. Are we making money this week? We got closing. Oh, hey, yeah, we got a deal. What's happened with that deal? I don't know. You know, no way to track it.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you another question. What's a good company to use to skip trace? Like, who do you recommend to skip trace leads?
Yeah, we use REI Automator. REI Automator is so you can pull the list from REI Automator in there, which is the initial list, and then you can skip trace it right directly in there, and it's probably it's the cheapest, highest match rate because they skip trace with multiple different companies. So they'll send it through all different companies. They'll get the highest match rate and give you the best data.
Do you know how much they charge per lead? Or?
I think it's like 12 to 13 cents, something like that.
Oh, okay. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, do you guys have any questions for him?
Um,
I have a couple partners.
How do you get rich?
Well, no, the dynamics are a little different, but actually you just confirmed some of the things we're doing. I was listening to your previous call, and you were talking about the way that you go in and eliminate. We just started a website that launched in January. Cool. And we have a company working with us that's what they're doing. They go through and they're optimizing our pay-per-click. They're finding the searches that are negative, and they're pulling those out. So a little bit of it was just affirmation that we're heading in the right direction. Last year we were kind of what you just said. We were very up and down with our marketing. We weren't consistent.
Yep.
If I was trying to justify it, I would say we're experimental. We were kind of dabbing in different things and trying to figure it out. And we really hit the ground running this year with a plan and said, hey, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to be consistent with letters. This is how we're going to be consistent with the website. This is when we're bringing on social media marketing. This is when we're going to start. We looked into buying a folder stuffer and trying to do some more of the letter stuff in-house. So we have a plan, and we're very committed to being consistent this year. So some of what you're saying is just honestly affirmation that we're heading in the right direction.
Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, it's you know, the other thing too is you know, I highly recommend reading that book Traction I talked about, and that will take all those ideas that you have, and it'll put it in a framework, right? And then once you have that framework, you can essentially see how each how each one works, like a organizational chart, like a scorecard on reporting, like how the meetings function and they work. We do weekly meetings, monthly meetings, quarterly meeting, annual meetings, But if you have data to look at your whole scorecard for the last year, you can see how your cost per lead is shrinking and your average deal size growing. And you can see those inconsistencies in your income, and it's a direct relation to your budget. And those things can be easily fixed and managed. And then you can say, hey, you know what? Cold calling sucks, but direct mail's awesome, and pay-per-click is crushing, right? So you can really hone in and double down on what's working, and you start doing that type of stuff. Your income ratchets pretty quickly because you start doubling down on what's really working. Yeah, you can deploy.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, you can deploy money to what. So yeah, we deploy a lot of money in pay-per-click advertising and really refine direct mail. And we test markets going in with ringless voicemail because it's so cost effective to be able to do. And you can still.
I need to look into that more. That's been a back burner thing for us. It's hard. You can't get it all going at the same time. And I know that's something that we're going to have to add to the tool, to the tool belt, in the upcoming, hopefully months, not years. But yeah, I'm definitely going to read this book, Traction. One big kind of conclusion we had from last year is the most important thing we've committed to is just direction, making sure that we know where we're going and how we want to get there. And so if that book is going to help, help us organize those thoughts in that plan, then obviously that's going to be a great read. But yeah, no, we're definitely committed to direction. Like it's you got to have a plan, you got to stick to it.
Cool.
So
yeah, check out also Syndicate 9, syndicate9.com. Syndicate 9, it's the number 9.com. Check that out. That's it's a mastermind we put on every quarter, and all we do is talk about that right there. It's a group of guys, group of girls get together, and it's all people in a specific that's been doing wholesaling for a couple, 2-3 years, and they're implementing traction in their business. But we have all the organizational charts, we have all the payroll set up, we have the compensation plans set up, we have the scorecards, we have the meeting schedules, everything all set up. Now you just got to take it, implement it in the business, and it just propels your success instead of figuring it out. And then you can really find out what's working, what's not working. So check it out.
Plan. Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I wrote that down for sure. Thank you.
Perfect.
Yep.
Awesome. Hey, when's your next event, like your big event?
October. We typically do our big event in October. We are working on a smaller event just for higher level people like you guys that are already doing deals, been in the business for a while. And that we're planning right now. We haven't put a date yet to it, by mid-April, sometime mid-end April.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool.
They'll be talking about just what we're talking about, but laying out the plan.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye-bye.